So here's what nobody's talking about. You know, Sebastian Maniscalco and Bert open on the same night. First of all, I can't believe that. And both movies were about fathers. I didn't even know The Machine was a father story.
Neither. I hate that.
That was the worst part of the movie. And we had no idea this was a father movie. I guess this was Father's Day weekend they both released. So did you guys know that Sebastian, maybe we should show the trailer for Sebastian's movie. Sebastian's movie is called About My Father, starring Sebastian, and I thought he was going to be playing himself. No, he plays a shitty guy who works at the Hilton, and his dad is played by Robert De Niro, who, just like in Bert's movie, they wrote horribly. I mean, they really made an ass out of the dads in both these movies. You know, they're taking Robert De Niro, they're making him like insane. Like the moves that he's doing are insane. Like I'm going to spoil the movie here for About My Father. They go, it's basically Meet the Fockers, right? It's basically Meet the Fockers. So it's about Sebastian going to meet his future wife's family. They're both in their 50s, so I don't know why he's even getting married in this movie. Like, the movie's almost written as if they're supposed to be like 25, but they're both in their 50s. So it's Sebastian and his fiance going to meet the rich fiance's parents with Sebastian and his shitty Italian dad. And then the Meet the Fockers stuff. But this movie was so poorly written. They go, and the family was wonderful. There's not, the only thing wrong in this movie was Sebastian acting like a complete asshole. By the way, Sebastian barely did any acting in this movie. He sat around like a lump while this poor De Niro was forced to carry this movie that you know he knows was one of the worst movies of his career. Let's see this. This was really pathetic. Here's what's going on. And they know the movie was a stinker. I'd like to, Bert's getting it up the ass from everybody because he's the loud guy, right? But yes. Sebastian should be the one being tortured about this. Nobody is messaging Sebastian. Ha ha, that stunk. I think we got to get on that. Let's start, be like, dude, Redbar went to your movie opening weekend. He told us all the secrets. He showed us and by the way, Sebastian's movie, Bert's movie had 3 people in it. Sebastian's, 0.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't have to buy 3 tickets for Sebastian's. We went to Bert's first, bought 3 tickets so we could block off a seat. We go to buy Sebastian. I go, 3 tickets to the guy. He goes, 3 tickets, okay. And then we realize there's no one else in the theater. The movie's just about to start. There's nobody else in the theater. So we go, oh, actually, just 2 tickets. So the guy must have been like, oh, your friend is not coming? Okay.
I mean, people are going to hate me for saying this, but I kind of have the same feeling about Bert that I do about Brendan. It's like, yeah, he fucking sucks, and there's so many things to make fun of him about, but I think the people who target Bert so much, you're going for the easy game.
Bert is being picked on a lot lately.
I mean, Tom is
again, it's the same thing as Brendan and Brian Callen. Everybody picks on Brendan. Callen's the guy you should be going for. It's the same thing with Bert and Tom. Everybody picks on Brendan. Tom is the guy.
Or Sebastian in this case.
Yes, that you should be going for. They always pick on the weak. Okay, I'm here to stand up for the weak. Bert, you're the weak in this case.
So that's
Let's see Sebastian try to sell this movie with De Niro on the Today Show.
We're back. 2 big stars here in Studio 1A.
Look, De Niro's already pissed. Look at De Niro's face in this. Look. I mean, he's an old man. He doesn't want to be dragged. And they made him do like 50 of these to promote the movie. And he does all the heavy lifting in the movie. Sebastian, you should be ashamed.
We're back. 2 big stars here in Studio 1A. The man who's been called the hottest comic in America, Sebastian Maniscalco.
He didn't show any of that to me. You know, he's sitting there. He's not a dummy. I know he's been really stupid lately, but I'm sure he knows what acting looks like, right? So when he's on the set with Sebastian and he's just watching this asshole with this bad writing and bad acting,
And also,
and all the work that he had to do in the movie.
Robert De Niro was still giving, like he's still.
Yeah, Robert De Niro still.
Robert De Niro,
yeah, he did his job.
He's enjoyable to see.
The only thing that was bad was the writing, as far as he was concerned. He didn't blow it. In the editing, they did some bad editing of the old man.
He even did a scene where he like cried and teared up about being Sebastian's father, and it's like,
and he never
putting in all that work for this.
He had to hang out with Sebastian's dad for months to get the role right.
I mean, he could die tomorrow, and this could be the last movie he ever does.
Yes, and they're telling him in his ear, "Oh, Sebastian's the hottest comic out. Sebastian's the biggest, best comic," and he's going, "Okay." Everybody's telling me this is the biggest comic. This is going to be the biggest movie of the year. Great. And meanwhile, look what you did to him. Here, you can see his pain in this.
Alone. Hi, Sebastian.
Look, oh, when they cut back.
Alone.
Look at this, dude. Look. I mean, he doesn't have that much time left. You're just okay with burning down a icon living?
This is like how Ray Liotta's last movie was Cocaine Bear.
I mean, it really is. Somebody needs to step in and put a stop to this.
You're going to make him play this dirty muncha?
Yeah, and maybe now that burned him out from doing any movies anymore. You know, because he could be great put into the right role. And it's just such a shame to see this is the end of De Niro because of you, Mr. Makeup Man.
I know, talk about lipstick.
Look at the makeup he's wearing. I mean, he's wearing makeup, right? Just the normal makeup they put on you to be on the Today Show. But look at this. This is at-home makeup. He does his own. My wife's got a Sephora in the front seat. Yeah, it's for you. It's all your stuff. You're wearing matte lip color.
And in
like you go, I'm even doing up my lips. You know, it's very normal to put powder on, anti-shine.
Like in Bert's movie, everything the Bert character did, you're like, of course, that's what Bert would do. Makes perfect sense. But in Sebastian's movie, he was like with his wife putting on an avocado mask and being like, nobody told me how amazing it is to wear. And it's like, but you hate me. That's not
you
what
hate
Sebastian
avocado. He doesn't know who he is. Guys, we got a easy target right here. We could really make Sebastian act out right now. Let's hit him while times are low. This is the time to red bar Sebastian. Get into those guys. Get into Sebastian's comments, his messages. Let's see, because he's at his lowest right now. Let's give him a scare. Let's see what he does. I think we could get him to do something.
This is your passion project. You've been wanting to do this forever. That's beautiful. Then you want someone to play your father.
Yeah.
You choose the most wonderful person on earth. How did this ask come? How did this come to be?
Does this fucking black girl from the hood need to be here for this?
She should be in school.
She doesn't know who you are. She doesn't even know who De Niro is. She's too black. Okay? Put something on for her! This is boring her to death. I have a picture very similar to like this with from the zoo. Like if there was grass here and they were naked. Pretty similar to some of my funny zoo photos. The gorilla.
I mean, they are behind glass. That's why you shouldn't be caught behind glass.
You can't be a black person behind glass. What do they call it? It's not a cage. It's a
enclosure.
Not enclosure. A habitat.
That's the one you like.
They're looking like she in a habitat. That's their fault, though. You know, I blame them. And then this white guy here. I'm surprised you're not taking pictures of them. Renee D'Ambrosio.
Why are you posing and looking at yourself in the camera?
Look at these fucking losers. If you stand behind the Today Show, you need to be executed. I mean, this old man doesn't give a fuck. You just don't give a fuck what it is. You're just so excited. Well, it's De Niro. What was that beep boop up? You know?
This union.
So I met Bob on The Irishman, a movie that we did, and then he had come to see a show at Radio City, but I didn't have his phone number. It's not like I called him up one morning going, Bob, you want to do my movie as my father? But he got the script.
You need to stop talking like that. You're from the suburbs of Chicago. No one talks like that there. I'm from a more Chicago-y place than you. And I don't go, yeah, you know, the thing about my father. Lose the accent. It sounds silly. And that type of person is way down on the charts now, that type of Italian. We got to tell them about what Josh Denny said.
Yes.
With this whole Sopranos lifestyle that these guys are living, this Sopranos is so over you. It's not even rewatchable. It's a bad show now because of how foolish Italians have become. I have very little respect for it. Italians to me are like Jelly Roll's audience, another group of people I want out. You know, people think you could only be racist against, the blacks. Guys, there's a lot of these white groups that are way worse, okay? The white trash, the Italians, those are groups that need a getting.
Whites, and he read it and enjoyed it.
Look at his hair. Look at his hair.
There's next thing you know, Today's Show.
Oh, he's miserable. He wants to kill himself.
So wait, do you think he was really funny when you saw his stand-up act?
No. No.
He's serious. He doesn't have to lie.
It's the Niro.
You know, he probably did. Yeah, they told me this guy was the top stand-up. I watched it. I go, you know, he's seen better stuff. He's played a better comedian than you.
That Sebastian smile is crazy.
Hey, he's kind of a phony. Sebastian needs to kind of get a little payback for how he's been.
And the movie didn't even make any sense.
I predict The Machine will have a total box office performance of $12 million. And how much money has it made so far? Do we know, Jules?
I think on its first weekend it made like $5 million or something.
Really?
I'm not sure how many theaters it's in now. If it was like a one weekend thing.
So I posted on my story. Did you see this? And this is why you got to feel bad for Bert. I posted this Friday night. Did you guys see this on my Instagram? This picture, my liminal photo series that you saw in the doc that I showed you about us on mushrooms at the theater. This was our theater. And I posted this on Instagram on my story saying, we know the truth about opening night. And I tagged Bert Kreischer and Sebastian. So lo and behold, Bert's on his phone, checking his mentions, sees this. Seen Saturday, Bert Kreischer. Look at that. I couldn't believe it. I felt so bad.
Bert, you'll be happy to know that picture's from Sebastian's movie.
Yes.
It had 3.
So Bert sees this. Bert's tagged. We know the truth about opening night. He sees it. That must have destroyed him. So Bert has seen my photography, and what a nice picture, huh? Didn't we take some nice pictures of the liminal movie theater night? It was dead empty. I don't know how anybody is even affording to keep the theater. How are the people of the theater even being paid?
I know there was like nobody
There's
there.
There's nobody there.
On Friday night.
Friday night, 8 o'clock. We were there the whole night till it shut down. It was us and maybe 5 other people in the whole place. Now, I did do what Bert suggested. I'm watching Bert. Did we get the clip of Bert talking about the...
Here, go to Bert visiting a movie theater.
Bert visiting a movie theater. Check this out. I love this stuff. I'm obsessed with this machine stuff. So Bert, you know, he was really excited about this movie. He went to all these movie theaters and surprised moviegoers on opening night. By him being in the theater, he wanted to see everybody in the theater. And I feel so bad for him because, again, he goes to the theater. It's pretty much empty, too.
He wants this to be the best movie so bad.
Bert shows up. He goes out. He's in Austin at the time. I think he was doing Rogan to promote the movie. Opening night comes. Bert goes to the big movie theater in Austin, expecting 250 seats filled. He gets there. There's maybe 7 people that show up for his movie. And this was his big, he's filming himself. Here, watch this. But this leads to a more important point. Watch this.
We're in Texas, and we're going to go watch The Machine. This is not my 7th time seeing this movie, but we're going big. It's Texas. I'll show you my order.
I've been going out of my mind.
He's at the theater.
You know the M&Ms.
He's showing us the candy.
2 hot dogs.
Wait, Did you see this? The M&Ms and the popcorn. And he also does this. Watch this.
I got it for you.
Oh, great. Yeah, this is better. He'll explain.
And then I get a large Diet Coke. And then if they're drinking, I get cocktails and bring cocktails in. That's the best.
How do the hot dogs hold up after being in your pockets?
You'd be shocked. Pretty well. Pretty well. That's why I bring a vest in, 2 hot dogs in each pocket.
Perfect.
So I got this in my head, okay? I saw this a week before I go to the movie. And I'm like, he gets 2 hot dogs, and he puts them in his pockets, and they hold up well. So I go to the theater. I get the hot dogs. Now, I get to the hot dogs. They're wrapped in like silver paper, and they're sitting under the heat lamps. And I go, oh, I get it. So they're like hot. He puts them in the vest pockets. So I do the same thing. I'm wearing a hoodie. I put them in my hoodie pockets. Guys, I should have got 3 hot dogs. These were incredible. Have you ever had a Costco dog? Sam's Club dog? It was like that. It was so good. I could have sat there eating 6 hot dogs. And guess what? I had one an hour later, just like he said. It was delicious. It was still warm. I want to go to the theater just to have a couple hot dogs tonight. I'm not kidding. This was so good. And they give you a little relish pack, a mustard pack. I wish that I might bring my own onions, my own pickle. Got my health problems, by the way, last week pretty much had to do with too much Portillo's. I've been eating hot
from
dogs.
All of the movie theater food.
I've been eating so many hot dogs. I'm a hot dog addict. I could probably eat like 100 hot dogs in one sitting. We should show them how that I could do that. Really, that is the move. He's not lying. I bought the 2 hot dogs in solidarity with Bert's movie. I've got a picture somewhere, and I put them in my hoodie pocket, and I ate one of the hot dogs as the movie was starting. It was delicious. She was upset that we didn't get more hot dogs because
3 hot dogs, and then he just ate them all without offering me even one.
I gave you a bite. I didn't think you were interested. So that is, if you could take anything away from all this, Bert Kreischer, there he is with the 2 hot dogs again.
2 hot dogs, and I'm set.
It really works.
Yeah.
Okay, so here he is, surprising the fans, but he thought this would be like a mobbed theater. It's empty. Look, the place was empty. So there's not a lot of people here.
Holy shit.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
My friend, she's going through a breakup right now. I said, you know what you gotta do? You watch Secret Time, you watch Razzle Dazzle, then you watch The Machine on YouTube, and then you go to the movie.
That's the recipe.
Now, what if you were going there to hate? Like if we walked into the theater on mushrooms and Bert was there. Uh-oh.
I think that there should be a warning.
There's got to be a warning that the actor from the movie could be there to say hi, and he's not letting anybody go by without signing their hat. I'd walk out with 100 Sharpie signatures all over my clothes.
Just days.
On mushrooms. I mean, that would have been wild.
And what if
and
guys
that's what I'm holding out
taking
for
their
now.
shirts off in the theater? I think had it easy in there.
I mean, yeah, we had it easy with the 3 other guys.
Other comedians, you're my favorite comedian. Holy shit. I'm so happy.
Oh, second time?
Second time.
Motherfucker! Do you want 2 hot dogs?
I do want 2 hot dogs.
Here, take that with you. Yeah, enjoy.
Now, Bert's leaving because that was it. He showed every guy that came. And you can see when they cut to that other camera shot, there's nobody else there. And now he's leaving already.
Fuck me.
He would have showed him with all the people. They would have done a group shot. He had no group shot to take. I feel so bad. He went to the theater opening night, and imagine he's going to go home. How did it go? Let's see the pictures. Well, I met these guys. Where's the big group shot? Didn't quite work out that way, Lynette. Imagine telling Lynette there's about 12 people there. Wasn't it 250-seater, you said? He was talking about how he goes, 750 seats, all there to see me. I can't wait. That never happened.
Yeah.
Takes your shirt off. This is it.
I'm the fucking machine.
Oh, I'm the fucking machine. He was so excited about this experience.